Welcome to a new price action strategy video, and today I'm sharing some of my most favorite price action trading strategies with you, and I will show you exactly how to go from higher time frame to lower time frame, how to make a top-down analysis, and how to get into the right trades every single day. I also just released a new free ebook which you can download right away. You can go to the link in the video description or in the comments, and then you can download the ebook which contains 22 new trading strategies. There are dozens and dozens of screenshots waiting for you, detailed explanations for the best trading strategies that you can apply to all the markets and all the time frames. So let's start with the first strategy in this video, and we are here on our higher time frame, and what we see is that we have a double top. The market broke through this support level, moved lower, and is retesting it as resistance. The retest as resistance is really insightful because we can see that the price is making lower highs as well. So it's not showing a lot of strength on this potential breakout. A lot of traders make the mistake of jumping onto breakouts too soon. But here we can actually see that there's a lot of bearish pressure coming back into the market. So at that point in time, I would lean a little bit more towards bearish than bullishness here on this higher time frame. On a lower time frame, this is the level that we observed from the higher time frame. Here's where we see the lower highs. And this right high here is a head and shoulders pattern. So we are now on the 1 hour chart. And here we can see the head and shoulder pattern below the recent high here. We also have here the lower time frame support or neckline. And we could use this neckline for our trading plan. We don't want to get into the first breakout. So here we have the initial break and retest, but it's very noisy, and that's very often what you will see. The first initial breakout should typically be avoided because those are low probability trades. We know based on the higher time frame that we want to look for shorting opportunities. We know on the lower time frame we have this great head and shoulder pattern with the break of the neckline, but stay away from those first initial breakouts. They are very noisy and not recommended. Just a few candles later, we have here a second retest. The second retest looks much cleaner. You can see the wick here is poking into this stop zone. A lot of traders who traded the initial breakout here from the neckline and the head and shoulder will have their stop loss in this area. And then as the market moves lower, they will move their stop loss to break even. And if you have been trading breakouts, you'll probably have experienced those break even stop runs where you think you are on the right side, everything looks good, you move your stop loss to break even, but then you get taken out by those spikes. And what I would recommend is that avoid the first breakout, wait for the second retest, wait for the stop run, and then get into a trade. What we can see is after the second retest on the stop run, the price is pushing into new lows. Wait for the market to break into fresh lows. Once I started to implement this small rule into my trading, everything changed. And waiting for the market to break into fresh zones, especially here, with this pressure building, you can see the market is now making significantly lower highs. That's a lot of bearish pressure that we can pick up on the chart. And here you can see that's where the market really collapses. So it's not the first break and retest. It's not even the second retest with a stop run. It's once the market breaks into fresh lows, that's where you will see a lot of orders get triggered. And that's then where the momentum picks up. The next example, we are here zooming out very, very wide and very long, and we can see that the market here recently hit old highs. We have 2013 highs, we have 2008 highs, and here in mid of 2024, the market is hitting this level again. We want to carefully observe how the market is reacting to this. So we zoom in a little bit, and what we can see here, this black horizontal line, those are the 2008 and 2013 highs. We see the market broke above it initially. We see we had an initial ascending triangle continuation phase above those all-time highs, and then the market capitulated. This is a very, very significant shift on the market. It could be news-driven. It doesn't matter if it's news-driven or natural price action. We see this capitulation. Within 1 or 2 candles, the market is erasing all of the previous gains from 2 or 3 weeks of price action trading. We see then afterwards that the market is making lower highs, and this is a lot of weakness here in the market. The market is pushing into the support level, it's breaking it, and each time the market pushes into the support level, the reaction is weaker and weaker as the price bounces higher less and less. We can add here volume, and what we'll see is that we have peak volume on selling. We have the capitulation, we have this selling leg, we have here selling legs, we have here a selling leg, And what you can see is that each time the market drops, the volume peaks. And that's a very important market tell. When you see supporting volume, it shows you where the market participants are active. Market participants are not interested in buying this market anymore. And each time the market is selling, you will see it's accompanied by a lot of volume. Here we see then we have the break into the fresh lows, just what I explained in the previous example. We have the volume is rising on the breakout, and that's where then you want to get into those types of markets and those types of situations. It's similar to the one before. We are first on the higher time frame where we want to look for big levels. We want to see how is the market reacting to those levels. Then we go to the lower time frame to find trading plan ideas into the direction that we identified on the higher time frame. And then once the market shows those microstructures, those lower highs, weakness on the bullish pushes, we see the market breaking into fresh lows. We want to see volume rising on breakouts. That's then where we can get into high probability trades. Another great example here. This time we're looking at a continuation on a higher time frame. So here we're on the 4-hour time frame and the market is just about to break this resistance area. We could draw a cup and handle pattern here. This is the cup part, and then here from this point of the resistance touch to the next point, that's your handle part. The cup and handle is one of the best patterns and the most profitable patterns that you can study in price action trading. It has been used for decades and decades by the best traders, and it's still performing very, very well in 2024. So we have the breakout on the higher time frame. We have a strong push here on the higher time frame that is leading into the breakout. And we have the highest close above all of the previous closes here. We go to the lower time frame. This is the 15-minute time frame. And we see a short-term cup and handle, right? We have here the cup part and then here the handle part. The handle part is interesting because what we see is that the handle is showing us already here another pressure pattern. We have higher lows here. The market is really sticking to the level very, very closely. Then we have the breakout. I wouldn't be surprised if you throw in your volume that you will have high momentum here on the breakout, very strong breakout candle, and then the market shoots up higher. And this is a very great example because this is the execution time frame on the 15-minute and the higher time frame was the 4-hour. You don't need big moves on the 15-minute time frame to get good reward to risk ratio trades and to get large winning trades. So if you identify those threshold levels on the higher time frame, the big support and resistance levels on the higher time frame, you only need to capitalize on the initial push on the lower time frame, and those are often very, very doable, and those are great trading scenarios. Another example here. The market is reaching this huge demand area on the 4-hour time frame. Look at when this demand area was created. The market shot up higher here and now is trading back into the level. A big mistake that a lot of traders do is that as soon as the price is hitting a previous level, traders will jump into without waiting for confirmation. That's a bad trading plan. You need to go to the lower time frame, and here we want to observe the microstructure. How is the level responding to this demand area? We have our so-called triple tap, which is 3 consecutive hits on a level. We have lower lows, but each low is showing less and less strength. So as initially there was a lot of selling interest, on this tab and this tab, there's no more strength. And here, even on the last tab, you see the market is not able to advance lower. We have a double bottom. We suddenly see strong buying coming into the market, and that shows a very strong shift in the market sentiment. We have our retest, previous resistance turns into support. That's then where you initiate your long entry. We know that we want to trade long from the higher time frame demand area, and now we have the lower time frame confirmation. A very important point about trading retests is that you don't trade when the market is hitting the lower time frame level, but you want to see the market accelerate away from it. That's really the key for trading high probability break and retests. And then you can see this is the retest. The market shoots up higher back into the previous range. So another great example of how we can combine higher and lower time frame analyses. And if you like this way of trading, make sure to go to the link in the video description or in the comments below. Grab the free ebook that we are offering now, and you will get access to 20 brand new trading strategies.